Hello there, good afternoon to you. With high pressure dominating out there today, it does look to be rather settled. There'll be areas of cloud around, a few sunny spells, and for many of us, it'll stay dry.
It was frosty today. What is going on?
I know. Well, last Sunday, it was 25 degrees. When you woke up this morning, it was nearly 2 degrees in some minus 2 degrees in some parts of London. So it's just incredible what a difference a week makes. It will warm up a little bit this week, but it's going to be pretty grotty as well. But tomorrow is all right. Let's take a look. Hello again. I hope you had a lovely day. It was a beautiful start, but chilly, wasn't it? Look at that gorgeous deer. Not really a choiceful morning for a dip anyway, but there we go. So fine and dry again tomorrow, quite cloudy, becoming milder actually as we go through, especially for the middle part of the week, but it's also going to turn wet and windy as well. Now, the reason for that is that Storm Babet is approaching the UK. Now, we're not getting the worst of it here in London, but it is going to turn wet and blustery, particularly later on Wednesday and overnight, with further spells of potentially some wet and windy weather into Thursday and Friday, possibly into the weekend as well.
Hi there, and feeling chilly. Yes, it was certainly a chilly start this morning. You can see the frost on the grass behind me, but cast your mind back 36 years, all the way back to 1987. It was that time this morning where we had the great storm in the early hours of the 16th of October. And London was waking up to pictures like this, with lots of trees down across London, over 15 million trees down, 700 of which were here at Kew Gardens. Now, we did, thankfully, wake up to a very different start this morning. It was pretty chilly. You can just about in the corner there make out a stag, which is nestling down in the very cold grass. So that was first thing. Temperatures to the southwest of London, in various spots actually, just dipped below zero. So the first frost of the autumn. Now, we had some sunshine, but the cloud has been moving in through the day, and it's going to stay with us as we head into this evening and overnight. Temperatures, though, a bit milder. We're looking at that warmer air being dragged in. Now, as we head through Thursday and through Friday, we're going to see further spells of heavy, persistent rain. It really is going to be quite unpleasant. Through the weekend, still rather wet, much cooler, but the sunshine hopefully returning by Monday.
It's cold,
yes,
and there's a storm coming.
You're exactly right. You've summed it up perfectly. But what a wonderful weekend we had. It might have been cold, but there certainly was some decent spells of autumnal sunshine, despite those cold, frosty nights, which would have been a bit of a shock to the system. And there could be a few more shocks as we head through the course of the next few days, because the Met Office have named our second storm of the 2023-2024 storm season, and it is Storm Babet, a Dutch name, which I'll talk about a little bit later on in more detail. But we have got some warnings already in place ahead of this storm approaching. These were issued by the Met Office earlier today. So for Wednesday, we've got 2 rain warnings in place, which are going to be across much of eastern parts of England and also up into the southwest of Scotland, and also for Northern Ireland as well. It's possible that in these areas, we could see as much as 100 millimetres of rain falling in a relatively short space of time. And that would be enough, certainly, to cause some disruption and perhaps some localised flooding in places. Fast forward to Thursday, and we get more warnings in place. These are going to be across the rest of Scotland, and they are a real mixture of wind, where we could see gusts up to maybe 70, 75 miles per hour, but also more heavy rain, which could be quite impactful. So let's take a look at the forecast then for the next couple of days. And as I say, settled for now, turning milder actually. So we'll probably lose those frosty conditions, particularly in the south, but turning and settled towards the end of this week. So Storm Babet is named after a Dutch lady who was born during a storm, and our storm names come from members of the public, so there'll be more little bits of information that I can give you as we get more storms named through the season.
OK, interesting stuff. Thanks, Alex.
Hello. Monday brought us a fairly crisp autumn day with some sunshine, be it a little bit hazy, but it's going to be all change. Next day or so, still largely dry with sunny spells and some frost around, but midweek onwards, a real change to increasingly windy weather with some heavy rain as well. And that's all courtesy of our second named storm of the season, Storm Babet, which has formed close to the Canary Islands. It's pushing its way now, you can see on the satellite image, towards the Bay of Biscay. And as we head through the middle of the week, this low pressure system merging with another one from the Atlantic is going to bring increasingly wet and windy weather, especially across parts of Scotland. But we're all going to be seeing some heavy rain, widely between about 30 to 50 millimetres. But it's this zone across central and eastern Scotland. You can see on the rainfall accumulation map here, we could see between 150 to 200 millimetres of rain from Wednesday to Saturday, enough to cause some flooding issues. There'll also be strong winds and big waves too.